The C.F. Martin family has called Nazareth home since 1833. Over roughly 200 years, more than 2 million guitars have left this Northampton County building.
I know that I'm part of history for sure, and that's kind of just gives me chills because here I am building stuff from 1930.
The factory comes alive early each morning to write more history, with workers handcrafting the next generation of guitars.
It's really easy to come in here. I have a great group of people to work with, and it's a privilege.
In the custom shop, it starts with modeling the insides by hand.
This is the way it started out.
From hand carving to laser precision. Their methods as diverse as the sounds the guitars make.
Right now we're making on our schedule 150 guitars a day.
After the parts are cut, plenty of clamps and glue are used to bring the body shape together, all on the path to making the finished product you see on stage.
It's pretty neat to go out places and see bands and see the guitars, that you make are actually being played.
And the people who have played Martin guitars are a who's who of the music industry. From Elvis to Eric Clapton, Kurt Cobain to Ed Sheeran. The list spans genres and generations, but before a Martin guitar finds its way onto a recording, it must pass final inspection. Brian Pritchard has worked here for nearly 30 years.
And I'll set the saddle height as well, same as string action. I will then play it, play every note. Make sure there is no buzzing.
After everything checks out, the inaugural first song. Used by artists all over the world, made by artists right here in Pennsylvania. With a look at Keystone Creations in Nazareth, Northampton County, I'm Chris Langlois, Eyewitness News.
Love it.
Potatoes.
What's your favorite chip? Barbecue, salt and vinegar, dill pickle? Regardless, it all starts in the same place, coming off this truck at the Utz Chips Factory in Hanover Township.
These potatoes were in the ground in southern Florida just yesterday. So they're digging these right out of the ground, putting it on the truck, and then they're delivering here this morning.
Barry Wiggins is the plant manager of the Luzerne County facility where 100,000 pounds of potatoes come in each day.
The potatoes you saw on the other end where they were dirty, they've come through, they're going through the peeler, and they're actually coming down the line here, going into bin.
In those bins, it's time to take a bath in oil. It's primarily peanut oil, but different flavors could use canola or avocado oil. Today they're making chips for the Utz division of Dirty Chips and Zapp's potato chips. And from the truck to the bag, quality is key. That's where state-of-the-art camera technology comes in.
And we tell those cameras what we want to go through and what we want to reject. And it'll take them and kick them out and then send the rest of the product up to the packing room.
The packing room is where this Keystone creation meets all the different Utz flavors and seasonings. This mixer is adding barbecue flavor.
This scale is actually weighing the product, dropping it down into the bag.
About 200,000 bags a day come out of this facility, and its Pennsylvania location helps make that distribution possible.
It's just a high traffic area with 81 and 80 right here. Geographically, it's just real strategic for us.
For an operation so focused on ingredients, Wiggins says he has the perfect recipe that makes Utz and all their divisions household names.
We really are stringent on our quality on the potatoes, the unique flavors, and then what really makes it are the people out there. So they're proud of it.
With a look at this Keystone creation in Hanover Township, Luzerne County, Chris Langlois, Eyewitness News. It's almost like a step back in time.
When I think of the people that have worked here over the years, it's just amazing.
Kepner Scott Shoe Company has been producing handmade children's shoes for more than a century in Wilkes-Barre. They were off and running in 1888 and stay true to so many of the company's founding values.
We don't look at them as employees, we look at them as family because it's a small group and we all get along and it works out well.
Nearly 60,000 children's shoes a year are made here. The Zimmerman family has owned Kepner Scott since the 60s, and it's now brother and sister Stephen Zimmerman and Susan Murphy at the helm. Growing up, this was like a second home.
The first memory was sliding down that chute over there and doing it numerous times. And today I don't slide down the chute anymore.
Yeah. And who would have time with all that goes on here? It all starts with cutting the leather.
And it will go back to the fitting room and be dyed out to the specific style that it needs to be.
The tongue of the shoe takes shape at a different station. And the sole is assembled by employee Robert Burns.
and it just slides it through, applies the glue to it, and then I just press them together by hand.
Each one of these Keystone Creations made by hand with pride.
There's a piece of me in these shoes. I put my time, effort, and energy into making every one of these shoes that goes out. And I think as a worker, you appreciate that fact.
Siblings Stephen and Susan know that pride will continue down the line, with a fourth generation set to carry over with their own spin-off division of the Kepner-Scott brand, Zimmerman Shoes.
It's exciting. We have a wide presence on the internet and social media, and we have a presence in Australia and across the United States.
It's just comforting for Sue and myself to know that the company will continue on.
More than 10 million pairs later, Kepner-Scott is still what it's always been, a family-first company proudly making a child's first shoes. With its Keystone Creation in Orangeburg, Schuylkill County, Chris Langlois, Eyewitness News. For more than a century, Crayola crayons have added color to creations around the world. But odds are this product known around the globe was made right here in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is a fantastic state. Our employees are highly educated, highly skilled, and they're very proud that they're able to manufacture products.
It all started in 1900 to be closer to slate mines in eastern PA. But today, the Northampton County factory pumps out 3 billion crayons a year. And that all begins here with 3 simple ingredients: pigment, clay, and wax.
And Dominic's about to put our pigment in. We're manufacturing a blue crayon on this cell today.
Next, onto the molding, where this Keystone Creation first gets its shape.
This rotary mold that we have is actually making 1,920 crayons every 3 minutes.
A machine applies the iconic label, making the color official. In all, there are 150 options to choose from, and everyone has a favorite.
My favorite color is red, green. My favorite crayon color is blue.
Those favorites come together in Crayola's classic 24-pack on this machine installed about 2 years ago. Each color lowered into their spot in the pack, then pushed out and boxed. From there, the possibilities are endless.
We believe that we help parents and educators raise creatively alive kids, because creatively alive kids are the leaders of tomorrow.
Making life a little more colorful around the globe. In Forks Township, Northampton County, Chris Langlois, Eyewitness News.